All right, welcome back, everybody. Anybody that's new here, thanks for joining me today. Anybody that's not new here, you know it's winter. You know it's ice fishing season. This is going to be a little bit of a kind of a first impressions explanation kind of video on a new Tuned Up Customs rod that I'm definitely looking forward to using. And you guys that aren't new here, like if you've been around, hopefully you guys are watching these ice fishing videos and enjoying them. You might have seen me putting together, I don't know if you can actually see these rigs. And if you're new here, you might know what these rods might be for. If you do know what the rods are, don't say anything yet. Just tell me what they're for. Comment below. Tell me what these rods are for. I'm excited. This is a new series of rod from Tuned Up Customs. I think it's only like a year old, maybe 2 years old. And they just looked really cool, and it's something that I don't usually use. I'll give you guys one more hint. It has to do with that thing right there. But if you don't know what that thing is, then you don't know. So without further ado, let's unbox these things. I'm excited. Let's do this. All right, let's get in here. So if you guys do know, you can comment, like I said, the species of fish that I'm going to be using these for. Don't name the rod yet if you know. I will tell you here in a second, but just name what they're for. Okay, so nice little bubble wrap job here. Man, these things are they're a lot brighter than I thought they were going to be. So these rods are really unique in the sense that they have okay, you guys haven't seen them yet, but I'll show you here in a second. I'm gonna just set them so you guys can see them nicely here. Okay, I guess I'll show you guys. Okay, let's see how many of you guys guessed what rod these are. These are the Tuned Up Custom Vulcan rods. They looked really interesting to me when I first saw them. And those of you guys that know, you know I work with Tuned Up Customs. And I just never got into their Predator stuff. So if I already gave it away, I gave it away. But these are going to be my new Predator rods for this guy right here, the iFish Pro. So those of you guys that are new here that don't know, I use the iFish Pros to basically target all my stuff that normal people would use, like their everyday people would use their tip ups for. That's what this is. It's a tip up, but you get to use your rod with it. And I'll go over a little bit of it, just kind of explain why they work together so well. But I'm going to go over why I got these right now. Oh, and on a side note, if you guys want to pick up any merch to help support the channel this season, it's always linked in the description below. Just got to say that because it really is one of the few things that helps me get out for the winter. I get help from a lot of different people, but I don't make a ton of money. So what you guys support, like, subscribe, buy some merch, it makes a big difference. Trust me. You guys want to see some awesome videos and want me to keep teaching you guys all the stuff that I know about ice fishing and fishing in general, or just adventure. Help support the channel. Keep that in mind. But the big thing here, the reason I got these guys, is they are more like a medium heavy action, and I'm gonna call it a dead stick rod. Those of you guys that seen the video last week on the new dead stick rods I got, I'll link that at the end of this video so you guys can check that out. This is like its beefier cousin, and I don't know if you can see that. So it's like a translucent red, like you can see through it, which is it's pretty cool. It's real bright, like I said. I love this color. And then the way I did this one is it's got the nice recoil guides, but I got reel seats on these ones. The reason I got reel seats on these guys is, if you guys are following me on Instagram, it's DWsDave31. I kind of teased to this, and then I had a Tackle Tip Tuesday the other day. I don't do them all the time, but I did Tackle Tip Tuesday just to bring back some memories for you guys. I did these quick strike rigs where that's what these are for. In case you guys were wondering why I did a video on this, these rods are going to be specifically to use these setups with. Now, the cool thing that I've learned, and I had to talk to Tuned Up a lot about it, and in case any of you guys ever order from Tuned Up, and you want to help me out, just mention that Dave helped you guys decide whether or not you guys are going to get a Tuned Up custom rod, and they kind of like that stuff over there. But when you talk to them, make sure you ask them. Like, they are very knowledgeable in the sense that, like, when I was asking them, I'm like, well, I need a rod that's going to really... I'm chasing gators. That's all I got to say. So these rods work great for those. So that's a big 28 8-pound walleye. 28-inch 8-pound walleye. This would have been perfect for that fish. Of course, I caught that on, like, my jigging stick. That's got a whole story to it. If you guys want to hear about it, I'll do a story on that. But, yeah. This rod is designed for giant fish. It's got a really heavy, like, I know you guys don't know this, but I'm putting a lot of pressure on that. So it's got a really heavy backbone. It's got a real heavy duty Alps reel seat. This is a super nice reel seat on here I'm seeing. And what I'm going to throw on here, I still have to order them. I can't believe I forgot about that. Is I'm going to throw like a 4000 series bait feeder reel on this with some heavy duty line, because I really want to try to I want to try to do some interesting videos I'll put it that way, interesting videos this winter that involves putting some baits out that hopefully I can catch a giant on. I have some free waters that I can go fish, and I'm lucky enough to be able to get out and try it out and fish these bodies of water. And if I can get one on this, I'm going to be super excited. Now, there's something special about this rod. I name all my rods, but this is the BFF rod. So that's an abbreviation. Comment below, without being obscene, what you think this means, what BFF stands for. I can tell you it's not best friends forever. It's not. So comment below. Let me know what you guys think that stands for. And then on top of that, if you guys are interested in kind of copying what I did here, I did my solid, I think this is an 8-inch. Might be a 6-inch. Or no, this might be a 10-inch total reel seat, with a 38-inch rod. So this is a fairly long rod. So if you want to look at it like that, it's a fairly long rod. And I did that for a reason. I wanted to be able to absorb giant gator head shakes. So I have 2 of these. I'm going to set these up. Like I said, they're fairly simple. There's nothing really to go into detail about. It's not about like their sensitivity. These are just your go out and whoop some big fish rods. And yeah, I'm very excited to try this out this year. I used to fish for northern pike with tip-ups all the time. I'm sorry, guys. I just got out of it for a long period of time there because, I don't know, I just stopped liking going out and bleeding all over the ice, because the problem with the areas that I used to fish is they used to have giant fish, and then they got overfished, and then they became snake havens. And anybody who fishes for northerns on a regular basis knows what a snake haven is. And snakes, that's goofy. 38-inch northern pike will not cut your hands open unless you're stupid or being dumb. Like, just that's the only reason you're going to get hurt with a big pike. Little pike, on the other hand, you can try your best and be really good at proficient at holding those fish, and they will tear you up. So these are going to be for catching those giants that I can kind of, put kind of a guarantee on the fact that I don't have to worry about getting hurt too much with them. And then, like I was saying before, those are going to be going with this. If you're new to the iFish Pro, I'm just going to show you this real quick. I have videos if you guys want to check those out in my ice fishing playlist. But this sets up like this. This goes in here. So this just sets in here. And then I'm not going to set it all up and show you guys. But so basically, this has a trigger on it. You do this, you set your trigger. It holds down the flag, trigger goes off, flag goes pop, and you walk up. And the thing that I like the most about this is with those rods, You can free spool if you want to. So like if I have my bail open, or you can use bait feeder reels, which is what I'm going to use. You'll keep your bait or your reels closed, but they have a back drag on them instead of just a front drag on a spinning reel. And yeah, you can turn that back drag leg down to nothing. So then those fish can attack your bait, and then giant fish will spit out a bait if they're smart. But if it has no resistance, they'll just swim off with it, and you just walk up, switch it over to the front hook, give them the beans, and you got yourself a fight on a rod and reel. As much as I like manhandling fishing on on my, you know, over hand or whatever you want to call it, when a giant takes off and it slices into your hand, that's not, I don't care who you are, that's not fun. But this brings a whole new level of fun. So I'm thinking I'm going to get back into chasing some big pike. I'll put some big baits out when I'm out fishing in the waters that I know they're in. And hopefully you guys can hit the thumbs up for the fact that I'm willing to go back out and try it again. I have some new ideas. I have areas that I know I can go. I have baits I know that should work. So let's just hope this winter goes good and I can find a good use for these rods. Okay, so like I was saying, hopefully this winter goes good and I can find a good use for these rods. I was just gonna say, so like these are the bait feeders. I have those ones and these ones. These are all Okumas. No, I don't work with them. I have many different rods and reels. But these just happen to be the Okuma Avenger series, and I like these big fat, you know, switches, so it's kind of hard to miss them. These are 4000 series. These are my catfish rods. These are 6500 series. Monsters. Those are not going to go on there. I'm probably going to stick something like this on there though. But if you see, it's got that little switch that flips. You flip that up, and that lets this is your drag back here versus the drag up here. So if you guys want to duplicate exactly what I'm doing, find yourself some, these are the ABF 40s, I believe. So get yourself some ABF 40s, throw them on a Vulcan, and you'll have the exact same setup I'm going to have this winter. I'm thinking I'm going to run probably 10 to 12 pound test mainline, and then those leaders are like really heavy duty leaders for them not to bite through, but you don't need more than like a 10, 12 pound test mainline. So there's that. That's pretty much the whole setup. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's little review on those. I think they're going to do just fine. They're pretty much a butt whooping stick, and when you have something that's got that kind of backbone, you can turn the head of a northern pike fairly easy. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to those videos. Obviously, if you're not new here, you know what's up. But if you are new, could you please just remember to